What is happening, viewers, and welcome back to the channel. Today we have round 10, the final round of the season following round 9 at Monza last week. So after the 9 weeks of intense door-banging competition, we find ourselves at the final round. And how do the standings look? We're in P3. We want to try and get this P3 tonight now. The top 2 are separated by 6 points, so that's going to be the main focus on tonight for everyone watching. But then we've got our own little private battle with Stefano Pinner, to try and get that P3, so sort of the best of the rest other than those front 2. We do have a 29-point lead over Stefano Pinner, so you'd like to think that unless something goes terribly wrong tonight, we should be okay. It's 40 points for a race win. Obviously usual rules apply, qualifying for the first race, reverse grid for the second. So where are we racing for this final round? Bathurst. We did this last season in the touring cars when I raced a year ago with these guys, although then we did it in the Audi. So we've got to relearn it in the Hyundai. But I quite like the track. So quietly confident for tonight. We're aiming for sort of top 5s, I reckon. All we need to do really tonight is just sort of shadow whatever Stefano Pinner's doing. As long as we can score around him, then we should be okay for the P3. So thanks for watching all of this time. Let's get stuck into the final round for the 10-minute quali. Don't forget to click like, don't forget to click subscribe, don't forget to click the little bell as well. And leave me any comments you feel like I should need to know, such as how shit my driving is. But other than that, let's get into the 10-minute quali. Here we go, guys. Out for quali. As usual, I'll cut to the quick lap. We're going straight out because we've got to get on it. First lap on the board is not a great one. What is that? A 2:14.3. So there we go. We are P5. Stefano Pinner, 2 thousandths off of Anders Antal in pole. Garinte's third, so there's 2 championship rivals. Yeah, we're P5. So let's see what we can do. Here we go. Race 1. I've got a few nerves with this. Pinner's over in that white Cooper on the front row. Let's get to it.
We are Green Light Racing. Remember, it's Anders Antal versus Gabriel Garinte for the championship here. And Anders Antal's got an absolute flyer here. Stefano Pinner is in second position. And I've just managed to change my profile. Oh yeah, Shave, absolutely. Race director needs it. Good luck, Max. No Max here. Stefano Pina then, getting well involved here. He will not care one iota about this championship, that's for sure. He'll be wanting to go out there and get some race victories, so expect some fireworks in this early stage of the race. We're going to come over to the mountain for the first time. Lead though for Anders Antel. Stefano Pina in second and Gabriel Garinte in third. And if it was to finish like this, Anders Antel would go from being 6 points behind at the start of qualifying to 8 points in the lead going into race number 2. So this is going to go down to the wire. Over Skyline we will come. Really is not taking too many limits or too many risks here with the limits. Stefano Pina though is. Once that Lincoln Co gets going though, it is an absolute rocket ship, so expect that car to be quick. And also you've got Bo Dixon here, looking to potentially make a move at the inside. Makes a mistake, runs a little bit wide. Adam Christopher also then follows him off wide. And then they've got Ollie Mustagnemi just in behind them. So we're coming down then the Conrod straight. Let's check out Garinte here. So again, he needs to get up into at least P2 realistically to make it a one position race in the second race, right at the front end. So through towards that final chicane becoming it. Stefano Pina is the one who's really closed up here to the leader. There we go. So the McGann versus the Cupra. And this is not really what Anders wanted. Got a little bit of action happening in behind here as well. Adam Christopher in behind Bo Dixon. They've got that Ollie Mustagnemi, the Finn, because of the 2 mistakes they made. The Finn now right up behind them as well. Well, we're going to see potentially Adam Christopher make a move here. No, he's not quite close enough. Actually, Garinte has closed up here to the back of the front 2. So they closed up then with that big long run. As it came into the chase for the first time, it didn't look like they closed in, but ultimately they had. And it's almost a bit of a game of cat and mouse here. Again, the kicker is Stefano Pina. He is not in the championship hunt here. He'll want to try and consolidate third in the championship, but he will want to just win these races. They just want to get wins. Simple as that. Nothing more, nothing less. He does not care if he gets involved too much here with Anders. And Anders kind of got to lean on your experience here. If it gets really, really tight, might be worth letting him go. Might be worth letting him go. The last thing you want to do is get tangled up and end up near the back of the grid and just completely lose your championship run. Skyline for the second time here. Again, not on the limit really is Anders. Stefano for sure is. Garinte struggling. Got the Lincoln Co, that Volvo, struggling to go over the top of the mountain here. Straight line really is where the speed comes into it. It's not as nimble, it's a long car as well, so it makes sense for it to not be as nimble. You see the car on the absolute limit. It's so difficult to get the car stopped in a straight line going down in towards that forest elbow. Along the Conrod straight we will come once again. So they all just about close up here. Garinte again, a terrible mountain section for him as he has dropped so far back. Again, we'll check it out from his front cam. And you can see that the Cupra has, well, almost caught then the Renault Megane. Is there a chance for a move potentially? No, there's not. He's going to force a mistake? No, he's not. But these two are going to get close. This is actually really good for Garinte. Garinte kind of needs this to happen. Stefano Pina, is he going to go for it now? No, he will not. He will wait for his opportunity. I believe he'll probably wait for turn 2. Unless there's a mistake here on Anders. There is a mistake from Anders. Anders runs wide then onto the curbing. And Stefano Pina is going to go for this. He'll make the move through Hell Corner. He'll dive up the inside, side by side between the two of them. And Anders then is kind of let him go, I think. Anders has just been very clever there and just gone, do you know what? You absolutely can have that position. I will be
Stefano's taken the lead.
I finish in second position, although he's got a hell of
That's
a run
chunk
here
of
up
points
towards turn number 2. How far will Anders squeeze him onto the apex here, though? That's the question. Don't think he's going to be too aggressive in his pursuit of P1. No, he isn't. So he just about backs out.
Last lap. Not going to lie, we could do the extra points.
We've got one more lap to go here, and I think you'll find this is the kind of scenario where Anders goes for it. So he will definitely go for it here. He will not be too worried about Stefano Pina, and that could be, again, it's not a wise choice, because now look at the pressure he's under. He did not tag the wall there, so he's got away with it in terms of potential contact with the wall and damage. But ultimately, he's got a big blue machine behind him. So the difference between these positions right now, it finishes as it is right now on track, as you can see. Anders leads the championship by 5 points. By 3 points going into the second race, which is happening straight away after this. If Garinte in the blue car overtakes the black car, then it will be a 7-point difference. So Garinte will lead by 7 points. So yeah, whoever finishes ahead here is going to be leading the championship going into the final race. And I can tell you right now, the grid position swap is top 5. So right now, Adam Christopher is going to be pole position. Bo Dixon will be second. Garinte is going to be third. Anders in fourth, and Pina in fifth. So Anders would start behind Garinte, but with a 3-point advantage going into the final race. Oh, we're excited. We've also got 2 more championships tonight. We've got the DTM 1992 finale, and we've got the ACR trophy finale. 23 drivers in the trophy, should be good. Garinte, again, just not quick enough around here, really. I think his saving grace is going to be the fact that he will start ahead of Anders Antel, and if he finishes ahead of Anders in the top 5, he would win the championship. So yeah, it's going to come down to the final race for sure. I tell you what though, Stefano Pina, he had to make an overtake to get into the lead of this race. He's managed to do so, so congratulations to him. And is he just about going to hold on? He does not run wide there. Anders Antel's going to finish in second position. Congratulations to Pina. He does pick up the checkered flag.
P5, but Pina won it. That might have made things a bit close into the last race.
Here we go then. Into the final race, ladies and gentlemen, and it is 3 points. Anders has taken the lead in this championship, and with 1 race to go. And it will be Garinte that starts ahead of Anders on the grid as well. Oh, this is going to be good. Adam Christopher then is in third position. Pina has actually closed the lead down, so potentially Pina could go out and get top 3. Who knows? Here we go. 5 red lights on your screen, ladies and gentlemen. Christopher is on pole. Bo Dixon in second. They are not going for the championship, but they will not care about the 2 behind them who are going for it. It's 5 red lights. It's round 20 of our season 12 of the WTCR, and we are green light racing. And Anders Antel then holds a very slender advantage here. Is he going to get ahead? I tell you what, I think he might do. Anders Antel's going to be all the way around the outside. Garinte leaves the room, and they are indeed argy-barging their way up the hill. The Renault Megane, I think, is going to have to give up the position. Garinte is just about ahead, and the nose was in there, but ultimately Anders then is going to decide to switch across the circuit under pressure from the race winner of race number 1, and that is Stefano Pina. Front 5, very close indeed. And you see Adam Christopher goes very defensive through turn number 2, and he indeed is going to ward off the presence of Bo Dixon. Garinte then does hold on to that third spot, as it stands, would win the championship by 1 point. As there's a mistake there from P2. Oh, and Anders gets very late on the brakes there. Contact between him and Garinte. And as Anders kept it in check, he has just about. He's lost Garinte a load of time here. And actually, you can see that James Lee is trying to make a move here. It's not really a place you can make an overtake. Contact between him and Mark Cloud by the looks of things. And they've got Chris Williams just in behind as well. Over Sunset we will come. And these 3 could not be any closer. They are very close indeed. As we come over Sunset then, it looks like James Lee, if anything, has just lost a load of momentum here. up to the leaders once again, and it is another 6-car train, isn't it, at the front? Adam Christopher not able to get away. Still up ahead of Bo Dixon, and you know it's the final race. There's a spot that's going to potentially open up here for a race victory. They're taking it on, right? There's no two ways about it. This is for Garinte again, who would win this championship as it stands by 1 point, depending on the fastest lap. It would come down to the fastest lap. So right now, if Anders stays in P4 but gets the fastest lap, he would actually win the championship by 1 point himself. So we will not know until we've seen exactly who got the fastest lap as to who wins this championship as well. It is going to go down to the wire. Absolute wire. Garinte again, seems like he's just able to manage the car a lot better being in front of Anders than he was behind it. Ooh, big slide there. That is definitely going to hurt your tyre wear for sure. Bo Dixon very much closing in on that Hyundai in front of him. But again, not really anywhere to make an overtake. And Adam Christopher all of a sudden becomes that cork in the bottle, doesn't he? Starting to feel a little bit nervy. A couple of race wins under his belt this season for sure, so he's had a very good season. So he knows how to deal with the pressure, knows how to get the job done, and actually, that Forest elbow is a beautiful example of dealing with the pressure. Gets to the power nice and early, opens up that gap. They're not close enough to really use slipstream enough here to make the move. As we head then down the Conrod straight, the front 6 cars are separated by 1.6 seconds. Through the chase they will come. 10 minutes, just over 10 minutes to go in this race. Through the final chicane we've come, and indeed, still the lead for Adam Christopher. Let's check it out from action cam. Well, let's check it out from heli cam actually. For a lap or so. So you see the front 4 are so close. Garinte there gets stuck in to the car in front here, and actually he's opened the door now for Anders Ansel. So Anders didn't look like he was going to have any kind of opportunity to make a move, but he decides against it this time as we're out as well. I figured he was going to go for that there. Mustang Yami loses that to Pina as well. Pina goes very late on the brakes. Anders runs wide. But I tell you what, Garinte, he wants to sew this up by getting a position here. No slipstream help for Bo Dixon. He's moved right over to the right-hand side of the circuit. And now Garinte is going to try and get a toe from Christopher. Christopher being very clever here. He's sharing it between the two, which means indeed they both gain an advantage, but they also both lose momentum. Up through turn number 2, Anders Ansel. He'll be wanting to gain this spot here if they do get a bit of argy-bargy between them. Up ahead of him. And Garinte again's got to lean on his experience here, or is he just going to go for it? I think he's going to go for it here. And he does. He gets a bit sideways through here. He's going to hit the wall on the exit, surely. And he does. He's going to make a mistake, and that's going to give Anders a position, surely. Side by side between the championship leaders. Is Anders going to get this done? He's going to be pinching Garinte onto the apex. There's touching of walls. They just about get through. And Anders does get the position. And again, no love lost between the two of them. They're both driving their absolute heart out here. And ultimately now, it becomes a battle for 3rd position. They're not going to catch up to the front 2. Ooh, this is getting very tense indeed. Through Skyline, they came down the hill. We come towards the dipper. And Garinte now, well, he would almost guaranteed to lose the championship. He's now 6 points behind Anders. He needs to at least finish ahead of him and then hope that indeed he gets the fastest lap, or hope Anders doesn't get the fastest lap, should I say. But he's got so much pressure from behind. He's got Pina and Ollie Mustang-Yami. So him and Anders had a bit of a tussle there, but again it was 50-50. No one was really more the aggressive, and if anything it was just genuine touring car action. And now this is where Garinte struggled in race number 1. Look at Pina. Pina's all over the rear of that car. He's also got Ollie Mustang-Yami then in that Alfa Romeo. The last thing he wants is to go 3 wide now. As they come down in towards that final chicane, there's a bit of contact between the two. Pina then moves up the inside. Garinte doesn't leave too much room on the inside, but enough. But ultimately, this has given Anders Ansel the opportunity to drive off into the sunset. No pun intended. 8 minutes to go here. Nearly chance or time to vote for your driver of the day. Front 2, by the way. As much as we're focused on this, look at this. The front 2 now have been caught by Anders. So Anders ultimately wants these two to hurry up, because if they do start fighting with each other, it does give Garinte the chance to catch back up. Oh boy, this is not over yet. This is not over yet. Anders then is just going to push him. He's got to push him. There's no room to work and to go and make an overtake here. He's just going to try and push Bo into the lead here. And again, you can see that Garinte's under some severe pressure from behind as well. So Garinte kind of needs these two to not pressure him, so he can go and catch up to Anders. Anders, though, is, well, he's side by side with Bo. He's going to be hung out to dry on the outside here, surely. Surely he's going to... Don't put your car there, Anders. Don't put your car there. Or do it. make the overtake. That's brilliant. He's gained another spot then. I didn't see that happening. Surely he was going to clatter into the wall there. How has he managed to find grip on that part of the circuit? What a move. What an unbelievable move. What a potentially championship-winning move we have just seen there from Anders Ansel. Whew, up towards Skyline then. Again, 3 laps remain in this race. What a phenomenal championship ender. What a phenomenal championship ender this has been. But ultimately, these 3 battling in front has given Garinte that opportunity to close on in. As it stands, Anders Ansel's our champion. He wins this out. But if Garinte could get back ahead of him, then it goes into the Frenchman's hands. Lights are flashing then from Christopher. Christopher has got to try and defend his heart out here. I think Anders wants that clear air. If Anders can get into the lead of this race and then just control the pace, he guarantees himself the championship, doesn't he? I tell you what, he's going to try and do this in style. No way he's going to go around the outside a second time this lap, is he? The Renault Megane around the outside then of, the chase is brilliant. It's a superb potential move here. Grabs the curb on the inside, gets straight across the bonnet of Christopher. And the Finn, he's absolutely flying. Up in towards the final corner. 2 laps remain, potentially 3 laps will remain then as they come around the final corner. Bit of argy-bargy between him and Christopher. Christopher is not willing to give it up here, runs wide, grabs too much curb there as well. I think you'll find he's going to lose second spot now to Bo Dixon. Garinte's got to follow Bo through here. He's got to be a bit more aggressive. I think he's got to take a chance or two. But ultimately, Anders now is in a race of his own. If he can just keep this clear air, he is going to be the Season 12 champion in our WTCR Championship. Oh boy, what a drive it was as well to get into this position. Still not done, of course. Still not done, but all the hard work has been. Adam Christopher then trying to get back ahead of Bo. He's going to have to make the move around the outside here. He's going to probably lose a lot of momentum here to Garinte. Garinte, though, this is not the most favourable part of the circuit, especially with Pina just in behind him in 5th. A late lunge potentially up the inside here by Adam Christopher. Again, these two, by going side by side, are just going to slow down Garinte. But Garinte is just watching his championship hopes being dashed more and more so as Anders Ansel gets more of an advantage. But Garinte's got one. Garinte has got one position here. He's managed to get ahead up of Adam Christopher. Christopher made a huge mistake, but he's managed to keep the car in check. 5 cars all battling for one spot. Bo Dixon then is the next one for Garinte. Is there still one more twist in this championship? Is the Frenchman Garinte going to manage to get one more spot here and really force or pile that pressure onto Anders Ansel? The Renault Megane, though, has got himself a nice, cushy little advantage. Start voting for your driver of the day. And I tell you what, he's gone for it. So Garinte has gone for it. Bo makes a mistake, and here we go. He's off to chase down Anders Ansel. It's going to be 2 laps where he needs to gain a second lap effectively, and then he needs to be right up behind him at this part of the circuit. Oh boy, this is close. You can see here Bo is going to try and go for the move here. This is only going to slow down Garinte. Garinte, is he going to be accepting of this? Is he going to let him go? He doesn't let him go. So aggressively holds onto his position, but lost a couple of tenths then. And ultimately, again, Anders Ansel, who started out today 6 points behind the championship leader, is right now going to win this championship by about 8 points. And if he kind of looks at things, he might have the fastest lap as well here. So he might be in a position where he wins out by a quite comfortable margin in the end, considering where we were to start things off. So we've got 2 laps remaining here. What has Garinte got in his locker? What has he got in his locker here? So if you want to vote for your driver of the day, it is indeed #vote in the chat. Side-by-side action then between Pina and Adam Christopher. Christopher holding firm, runs a little bit wide though. Momentum shift ever so slightly, but Pina cannot get that Cupra in front of the Hyundai. Oli Mustanyemi in that Alfa Romeo again, probably the most improved driver across the whole season. In terms of this car, we know how good he is in a rear-wheel drive car. But in terms of front-wheel drive, definitely the most improved driver. And really, what they're hoping for now is a mistake from this man who, when he gets out to front of races, doesn't tend to make a mistake. As I say that though, definitely wasn't positioning that car to go sideways as much as we just saw. maybe starting to see some nerves showing in for the Finn. But you can see the gap he's accumulated over the last 3 laps since he got into the lead of this race. Again, had to come from 4th on the grid, got up ahead of Garinte right off the bat. Hasn't looked back really since. He's got McGann up into the front of this race. Oliver Staniemi, see how close he is then in behind that Cupra. I think Bo's going to make a move on Garinte as well. And he's got a little bit of slipstream to work with from Adam Christopher. See if he can hold the outside line here. It's very tough to go around the outside through the chase. It's very tough to go through there on your own. And actually, you can see that Oliver Staniemi and a very ugly Giulietta. Oh, he doesn't get the position. Thought it was almost guaranteed there. Bit of an off track from Pina, but ultimately holds on to the position. Fantastic stuff from both of them. Wenning, by the way, is behind Clar by 8-9 seconds now. So Clar, I think, is going to hold on to that top 15. Is there a potential move here made here for... Oh, well, Bo Dixon's off the circuit. Bo's off the circuit. Christopher makes an absolute meal of that corner. Up into P3 is Pina. Christopher holds on to P4. And these three now all battling for what would be that final podium spot. Garinte on his own now. He's done the hard work of breaking the toe from the drivers behind. Needed a bit of clear air to try and go and chase down our leader. But Anders Antel has done all of the hard work. Oh, hopefully you have enjoyed this championship fight, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sure we're going to see it again next season. But when it mattered, Anders Antel showed the fight. Go a bit further back then. Christopher in behind Pina. Again, trying to get onto that podium for the very final time. Mustaniemi there, grabs loads of curb. Come then towards the dipper. So Pina has kind of got enough of a gap here to work with. I don't think he's going to be under too much pressure. Toughest part of the circuit done for then for Anders Antel. Shogun. Mitsubishi Shogun. We head then down the Conrod straight in towards the chase for the very final time. What an incredible race it's been. What an incredible 2 races it's been. Anders Antel, he had to come in big time. Not Cloud. Thanks for the follow. He had to come out big time here today. He had to come out absolutely swinging today. He was 6 points in arrears of the championship leader, which was indeed Garinte, who's in second right now. He then indeed got himself up into a position where he was 3 points clear into going into race number 2, which is happening right now. And he's got out on 1 from 4th on the grid. Anders Antel is going to pick up the championship here in style. Congratulations to him. He's going to be absolutely over the moon there.
That's the end. Oh, whoa, my eyes are stinging. I think I forgot to blink for a lot of that. I think we did enough for P3. I think finishing right behind Pina in that should have secured P3. In fact, I'll have a look in a minute. Don't forget, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for watching the whole season. The usual, like and subscribe. We might be moving over to Assetto Corsa Competizione come January for the new leagues. Haven't decided yet. But thanks for watching. I shall see you in January for the new leagues.
Here's your final standings then, and it is by 10 points. Anders Antel wins the championship. Garinte in second position. Then we've got Adam Christopher in third spot, just about holds on by 2 points to Pina, who had a hell of a final couple of races. James Lee finishes in that top 5 ahead of Mark Cloud. John Gray, Williams, Bo Dixon and Johan Kang Gasniemi are your top 10.